The epistle for the third Sunday in the season of Easter comes from 1 Peter. In this text, Peter is recounting all of the ways that Jesus endured suffering perfectly, and he points to Jesus as our example for how we should deal with suffering, persecution, any kind of ill will towards us. Jesus did not threaten when he suffered. He did not retaliate when he was reviled. He endured it patiently and perfectly, knowing that it was not to him, but to his Father in heaven to execute justice. Meaning that when someone does something bad to you, our instinct is to retaliate immediately, kind of a tit-for-tat thing. But it is God's to decide to execute justice, to deal with all of that. And so we should and ought to strive to do that. But the reality of the situation is that you and I cannot. We are sinful. When someone hits me, I want to hit them back. When they say something mean to me, I want to insult them just as hard. And so I am convicted of my sin. And I am left with the question of, well, what now? Where do I go with it? Jesus suffered and died that we might die to sin and live to righteousness. By the wounds of Christ, we are healed. Meaning that Jesus redeemed suffering, which is a weird concept, but it's true. Jesus perfectly dealing with suffering, dying, makes it so that we can then live to him. We are no longer bound by our inability to keep the law, but rather we are made free in the redemptive salvific work of God, so that we can look upon our neighbor and see someone for whom Christ died. And that when we do fail, we can return to the place where all good gifts come from and receive forgiveness to then continue being sanctified and give love to other people. So as we continue through the Easter season and look forward to the resurrection, we are reminded that we will face persecution, we will face trials in this world, but Christ Jesus has already overcome them and given us the victory.